our office hours. I'm Sarah Nolan, and I am the operator of this group. I'm the obviously you guys know who I am, um, and this is our time to get whatever support you need. If you need support with setting up your daily routines, if you need support with a morning routine, if you need support with getting through some of the material, if you have any questions about the material, if you want to share any of your experiences, now is the time to get that support. I'm here for all of you all the time, and I love, hearing your questions, and I love hearing about your journey. And I don't ever want you to feel like you cannot ask a question. There are no silly questions. There are no stupid questions. Like, I hate that word, stupid questions, because it doesn't exist. There's nothing that hasn't phased me before. I've pretty much heard it all, or experienced it myself. So you can always feel safe to ask a question, and the group is such a safe place to be able to ask these questions because we're all on this journey together and we're all going through the same thing. And I don't just let anybody in here. This is such a high level group. The people in this group are some of the very best in the world. And this is the perfect place to be able to be vulnerable and to really tap into this resource that you have and tap into the wealth of knowledge and wisdom and intuition that is here. Hello, Ayla. So good to see you here. Um, so please share, what are you celebrating today? I love hearing your celebrations, and I love celebrating with you. It's one of the most powerful things that we can do to focus on, how we're winning. This, regardless of what kind of a day it is for you, it could be, one of your best days, could be one of your worst days, but there's always something to celebrate. And when we have this habit of celebrating, it keeps us more steady on our path. All right, so share with me what you're celebrating. Ayla, let me know what you're celebrating. Could be something big, could be something small. I think some of the smallest celebrations are the most impactful because they lead to some of the biggest things. And also let me know, what questions do you have? I think I actually just mentioned this in the beginning. What questions do you have about about Miracle 90 or Recharge, your process, your routines, your schedules? This is really about a lifestyle. So it's not just about the material, it's about putting it into action. And so if you have any challenges with putting it into action, now is a time to address those. And I can help you, because that was one of my biggest hurdles, and that's something that I really came to master in my life. And I'm always happy to pass that along to all of you. Ayla says, I'm having a hard time today, but celebrating remaining calm in kind of a really bad situation. Yes. So you can remain calm, and I love that you're doing that, and sending you lots of love today, Ayla. And I know that things are going to get better. They always do. They always get better. Remember that. Remember, on those really hard days, things always get better. Let's see, is it normal to feel like everyone is doing so well and I'm having a hard time getting it to click? Yes, that is very normal. I think we all feel like that at some point. I felt like that before. I think every person has in some part of their life. And, the best thing to do is just stay in our own lane and really focus on, what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on, things not clicking and things being really hard, that's what's going to get the most attention, and that is what is going to become amplified in your life. But when you, like, for example, celebrate every day, then that's what you put your focus on, and then before you know it, those are the things that are going to be amplified, like your ability to be calm. If you put your focus and your energy and attention on your ability to be calm in any situation, that's going to like dominate your life, and you're going to be like the super zen mom that maybe you have envisioned, or that everybody wants to come to because they just love your energy, and because you just exude that calmness. That's what happens when we focus on these things. So I love that you shared that. Let's see, who else is here? I see we have a couple other people tuning in. We're just going to see what is our guidance. What are the messages of guidance for this week going forward to really move forward and go to that next level? So this is about action steps in moving forward. And sometimes these messages are hard to hear, and sometimes they're just kind of relieving or clarifying or validation. So we'll see, what is the message? What do our guides want us to know about actions moving forward? And I'm going to have you share what this means to you, because this is going to mean something a little bit different to everybody. Okay. So this says, defend your beliefs and your decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So this is really about setting boundaries and being really strong in those boundaries. Really asking yourself, what do I want? What do I not want? What am I not willing to tolerate anymore? And really focusing on ourselves. Like if there's a person that really bothers you, or a situation that really bothers you, instead of trying to change that situation or change that person, ask yourself, how can I show up in my highest vibration and alignment in whatever the situation is? And what you're going to find is that that situation will naturally improve just as a reaction to your alignment, or it will fall away. The person will, just not show as much interest, or they'll leave, or, weird things kind of happen sometimes with that alignment process. But it's a very natural way. There's no force in it. And, the ultimate best way to maintain your boundaries, your personal, spiritual boundaries, your emotional boundaries, and to keep that alignment is to do your daily energetic adjustments. And those can happen. They can be 5 minutes, they can be 20 minutes, they can be an hour, depending on where you are and what part of your process you're in. I went a couple of years off and on doing 2 hours of my energetic adjustment every single day. And that created a lot of transformation and healing for myself. And some people might say, well, how did you ever come up with 2 hours to be able to do that? And it was actually really easy. I just made the time for it. And I was called to do it. And lately, I haven't been called to do an hour or 2 hours, because I've already kind of gotten through that big shift that I had been working on. But there are some times when we're called to give ourselves more time. Give ourselves more time. And remember, these energetic adjustments, it's simply infusing ourselves with that light and really focusing on that light inside of us, and releasing any barriers, any restrictions, any resistance that is creating more struggle, or creating more, anxiety, or creating more, worry, overthinking, things like that. It's so simple. And sometimes we resist the most simple things because we feel like, well, how could that even work? How could that really do anything? It's just too simple. But I think that's like the great challenge of all of this is allowing things to be simple and easy. So now this is something that's been coming up with a lot of people lately. I see more comments here. Hi, April. So good to see you. Ayla says, that's what I did yesterday. So you did like a really long energetic adjustment yesterday, Ayla? Now, when you do these longer energetic adjustments, it's really interesting what happens. If you have not noticed this yet, you will see that you don't notice the shifting right away because it happens kind of subtly. But then the more consistent you are with it and the more you do it, those little results start to stack, and all of a sudden there's a big shift in your life. And you say to yourself, oh my gosh, who was I a week ago? Or who was I 2 weeks ago? Or what just happened? I don't even recognize my life anymore because things are just so different in a positive way. So just keep with it, just keep doing it and incorporate it into your lifestyle. You can do these, you can do like energetic balances when you go to the bathroom. You can do it like in the car. You can even do it in the car sometimes when you're driving at a stoplight. Just staying connected with that energy and staying connected with the presence with yourself is so powerful. It's more powerful than any mindset work we can do. It's more powerful than, things like tapping, NLP, most therapy practices. Like simply becoming present and connecting with this energy and connecting with ourselves is one of the most powerful things that we can do. And bringing that to the next level, I don't talk about it a whole lot in Recharge. There is a section on this, but I don't talk about it the whole way through. Something that has been really valuable to people lately is connecting with their inner child and holding their inner child, that little girl or that little boy, right close to them all of the time. So every time you close your eyes, you're right there with your 3-year-old self, your 2-year-old self, your 6-year-old self. And it might be a different age every time. But when you close your eyes and you're right there with that inner self, then you can have a conversation with her and she can let you know, what she's worried about, what she's concerned about, what she's self-conscious of. And you can have a conversation with her as the adult, and you can let her know what's real, because she's been living in this kind of a delusionary world all these years of, what's real, what's not real, and been under this illusion that, she's got to take things personally and that she's got to be really worried about things. She's been in kind of a victim mindset because she was a victim at one point. She was a victim, and then she learned, okay, I've got to have my guard on. I've got to, keep my guard up, and I've got to be, this is who I am now. I'm a victim. And then she just stays frozen in that until we talk to her and we let her know that, we're not victims anymore. This is over. We're in a safe place. We are loved and we are safe. And so those are the kinds of things you can talk about with your inner child. When you're in those quiet moments, when you're in your energetic adjustment, as you're falling asleep, and you can just lay your hands on your body and you can have those conversations with her and really reassure her and let her know what is real. And you can, it's kind of like a mother-daughter relationship. And imagine your daughter coming to you with these concerns, and what would you tell your daughter? Let's see, Ayla said, Mikey and I did a grounding and room clearing in our bedroom the other day. Now I don't want to leave. Yeah, so, you can do that in your whole house, Ayla. You could do that for your whole, you can do it for your car. You can do it for your neighborhood. You could do it for the whole state. You could do it for the whole country. For the whole world. Like, you can create sacred space everywhere you go. You can do it inside of yourself. You can go to each of your organs, and you can create a sacred space inside of your body, inside of your cells. You can say, only the energy of the highest love and light may be in this space, in my body, in my cells, in my DNA. All other energy must leave now. And just see what happens when you do that. See what kinds of things open up for you. So yes, our message today about taking action going forward is about setting boundaries. So let me know in the comments what you can do, like what's a specific action step you can take in order to set stronger boundaries. Like, what is something that you've been avoiding? What is something that you have been saying yes to that you really want to say no to? What are some challenging conversations that you can have, brave conversations that will help you to be more in alignment? All right. So does anybody have any other questions? I see there are some people here and I don't see any other questions. So if there are no other questions, then I guess we'll just, we will end our session here. April, thank you so much for sharing that post with us earlier. It's so wonderful to hear those stories and to be able to witness your process. It's really an honor to be able to witness that. And especially with everything that I see for you, like this is just the beginning. There's so much opening and it's just like, just keep moving forward. Just keep taking steps and just don't stop. Just don't stop. Awesome. Ayla says, thank you. I really needed that today. Oh, you're so welcome, Ayla. So yeah, let me know what your biggest takeaway was from our session today, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And we made a couple of shifts in the group. And so we kind of got away with the consistency of these sessions. I'm just double checking my calendar. I think we're going to keep doing these office hours. And really, I want to reiterate that this is a safe space for you to share. I know some people feel a little bit self-conscious about asking questions. You do not need to feel self-conscious in this group. This is a safe space to be able to share. And it's going to actually be very healing for you to share and to ask questions, because recovery doesn't happen alone. Healing doesn't happen alone. Healing happens in community. And this is a very unique and very special community. So I can't wait to, just going to double check my calendar, assuming that next week we're meeting at same time, same place. Might be a couple of minutes after because I have an appointment right before then. But I look forward to hearing more of your questions and more of your sharing. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your day and we'll talk soon. Bye.